Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into a report from Smith & Wesson brands, and let's just say it involves someone getting a golden parachute. Not literally, of course, you'll see what I mean in a minute. If you are excited to unravel this document and find out what it really means, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join the Discord community. The link is in the description below. And now let's get to it. This is an 8K form, which is basically a company's way of saying, hey, something important happened and we need to tell the SEC and therefore you about it right away. This particular report is dated April 28, 2025, and it's all about a change in leadership and some interesting financial arrangements. The juiciest part of this report falls under item 502, which deals with the departure of officers and their compensation packages. In this case, it involves Susan J. Cupero, the Vice President of Sales, who was planning to retire in May of 2025. Back in January 2025, the company announced that Susan was planning to step down in May. Then in April, they finalized an agreement outlining the terms of her departure. This is where things get interesting. The agreement basically lays out what happens when she leaves, and it turns out she's getting a pretty sweet deal. Here are some of the highlights. She will continue to receive her regular base salary through April 30, 2027. That's right, almost 2 more years of paychecks after she stops working. She'll also keep her car allowance until April 30, 2026. Certain stock options that she had, which were scheduled to become hers later, instead became hers immediate. Instead became hers immediate. Instead became hers immediate, and she'll also get a lump sum, meaning a one-time payment to help cover some healthcare costs under Medicare. Now, let's think about what all of this means. On one hand, it's not uncommon for companies to offer severance packages to executives when they leave, especially if they've been with the company for a long time. It's a way to thank them for their service and ensure a smooth transition. It can also prevent them from working with competitors. It helps to prevent bad PR and any potential lawsuits. This agreement might be Smith & Wesson's way of ensuring she doesn't spill any secrets or join a rival firm. But on the other hand, these types of arrangements can raise eyebrows. Is it really necessary to pay someone their full salary for 2 years after they retire? Are the stock options a fair reward for their past contributions, or are they just a way to avoid any potential legal battles? It can seem excessive to some people. Without knowing the specifics of Susan's contributions to Smith & Wesson, it's hard to say whether this agreement is justified. But it definitely raises some questions about how companies compensate their executives, especially when they're on their way out the door. If you want to dig even deeper, you can check out the actual agreement, which is filed as an exhibit to this 8K report. It will give you all the nitty-gritty details of the arrangement, but be warned, it's probably full of legal jargon. This report was officially signed by Deanna L. McPherson, the Executive Vice President, Chief Financial Officer, Treasurer, and Assistant Secretary of Smith & Wesson Brands in early May of 2025. Now, let's step back and look at the bigger picture. So, what does this all mean for Smith & Wesson? Well, on the positive side, it suggests that the company is willing to invest in its people, even after they've left. This can help attract and retain talent as employees see that the company values their contributions and is willing to treat them fairly. However, it could also signal some potential weaknesses. Generous severance packages can be a sign that the company is struggling to manage its executive compensation effectively. Investors might question whether the company is being too generous with its money, especially if it's not delivering strong financial results. I'm not saying that is the case, but could be. Looking ahead, it will be interesting to see how Smith & Wesson manages its leadership transitions in the future. Will it continue to offer these types of generous severance packages, or will it take a different approach? There is also always a risk that Smith & Wesson might face some backlash from shareholders or the public if these compensation packages are viewed as excessive. Companies need to be mindful of public perception and ensure that their compensation practices are fair and transparent. Ultimately, this 8K report provides a glimpse into the inner workings of Smith & Wesson and its approach to executive compensation. It raises some interesting questions about the balance between rewarding executives for their service and ensuring that the company's resources are used wisely. Alright, that's our breakdown of this 8K filing from Smith & Wesson. What's your take on this executive departure and the compensation package? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate filings. Don't forget to check out the Discord channel in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.